Hey everybody, it's Birdie. Welcome back to my channel at Positive Bluebird. And it is Throwback Thursday, so I thought I would show some old photos. Here is one that you guys are never going to believe. And I'm okay with showing this because I would say maybe a few years back, I was so self-conscious that I just thought, no. I don't want to show that. But it's about overcoming things, so I figured why not. When my son, I should say when I was pregnant with my son, they started discovering positive ANA, which they still do, and it's autoimmune diseases. So I was a high-risk labor, and they had to monitor me, watch me, and I went on bed rest at my 5th month from the Olive Garden. And unfortunately, right after I delivered, first they induced me a month early, but then right after I delivered, they had to do my first out of 4 kidney biopsies, and they wanted to find out what the heck was going on with me. So they put me on prednisone treatment, and prednisone, you guys, I don't do well with that. I don't respond well, first of all, and then secondly, the psychosis that I go through with that, because I've been on it twice, is horrifying. Obviously, sometimes prednisone is good for other people, and sometimes it isn't. Just like any other drug, you have to be careful. You have to know the signs of what, mentality or mental... I heard yelling, but I don't know if it's good or bad. But anyway, it's okay. But anyway, I was on prednisone for the kidney treatment, and what it did was it made my cheeks swell and my whole body swell. So here it is. I also used to be a blonde. So this would be about 2001, 2002. And as you can see how swollen I was in the face, really bad. And it's an immunosuppressant, so I did not respond well to it at all. And I gained about 65 pounds. And imagine, right after giving birth, your body and hormones are not back to some normalcy, and you're immediately forced to have a biopsy and put on prednisone, and it swelled me up pretty bad. I had such a low self-esteem back then. Oh my gosh. Well, anyway. And then they tried me on Cytoxin treatment 5 years ago, and I didn't respond to that either. So they're going to look into what's going on. This one is a flashback to probably 89, 1990. When short hair. Let me see what it says. Oh, 1992. It's when short hair became a new hair trend. You like my Lennon glasses? My old TV. That's my old bedroom. Isn't that funny? You guys, my ankle is really hurting because I banged the bone, the side bone, your ankle bone. I banged it so hard in the hallway against the little mini fan because the stupid mini fan tilts, so it's blowing upward, and I accidentally kicked it with my ankle bone, and down I went today, and it is swelling really bad. And this is the foot and ankle, ironically, that I think is partially maybe fractured from when the girls accidentally plowed into me a few months ago from playing Ring Around the Rosies, and they fell on me and stepped on my foot, and now I banged my ankle and it's throbbing. God, I swear I'm falling apart. I need a new body. Okay, this is awesome. You guys remember Pride Fest here in Denver, Colorado, and I ran into my best friend when we lost touch after all these years, like 9 years. Well, here we are hanging out in the early 90s. We used to bag groceries together at King Soopers grocery store. That's me. My hair was probably right about here. That's when I started dyeing it red. She has not changed. She's 13 years older than me. She's like my big sister. Love that girl. We're going to see each other this Saturday again. We're going to go hang out. Probably go to a movie. Okay, I'm not going to mention his name, and it's okay to show his photo. It's not like he's subscribed to me. But this was my boyfriend back in the 80s. This is... God, is there a year on here, you guys? Okay, let me look at it. This would be my junior year in high school. My third boyfriend. I had to think about that. I'm not going to say his name, but he was a cutie. Look at my outfit. It's blue and black shimmer, like shimmer material. And this cross back here, you guys, isn't that awesome? My parents made that in the 60s or 70s, made out of matchsticks. A lot of hippies did that back in the day. That wood siding on the wall, that's hilarious. And here's me trying to pin on his cummerbund. Not cummerbund, what is that? Oh, God, I swear. His flower, corsage. I'm saying cummerbund. So this might be the Sadie Hawkins dance. I'm not really sure which dance we were going to. But you could tell it's the 80s. My hair. I don't look so happy in this picture for some reason. I think I was getting annoyed with my mother. Look at that hair. Here's me greeting my friend, and here's my brother Nathan. There's Nathan in the doorway, and here's my friend Megan. She won't mind if I mentioned her name if she's ever watching. We haven't talked in years, you guys, since we graduated. You know, people tend to move on with their lives, but we did grow up in the same home together. Not the same home. Her house was across the street. Sorry, I'm just, again, having neurological problems. But her house was across the street, and we met in kindergarten, and we went to every school together all the way through high school in 1992 when we graduated. I used to call her Maggie Poo. I think my dad came up with that name, and she called him Roly Poly. His name was Roland. But I was greeting her because, look, her dress is blue and black as well. Isn't she pretty? I miss her. I really do. You know, we kind of had like a few falling outs here and there, but we were like sisters. You know what I mean? I don't hate her or anything. I don't know. I think she just moved on. She's got 3 or 4 kids now. 3 or 4 girls. I'm not sure. But she moved back to Colorado is what I've heard. I'd love to get in contact with her again, you know. But isn't that great, you guys? Look at my hair. That is the big crimping iron. Remember they had the small crimping iron and then they had the big one. Yep, I used to have those crimping irons, and actually before we moved, when we went homeless in December, I had my original crimping iron and I don't know where it's at. I think I had to leave it behind. But anyway, that's the 80s for you. He had a mullet. Yep, that's my mom's house. She's still in it. That's the house I grew up in, you guys, in let me think here, 77? I was born in 73, so in 1977 is probably when we moved there. And in 79 is when I went to kindergarten down the street at Lewis Ames Elementary. And the school shut down about 25 years ago. Unfortunately, all of us moved. We grew up. We moved out of the neighborhood. All of our parents and grandparents are still there. But it's a multi-purpose building now. They train SWAT on one end of the building, Meals on Wheels on the other end for the elderly. And now I think they reopened another portion of the school, maybe as a daycare is what I last heard. Ames Daycare or something. I'm not really sure, but you know, I just really wish that they would leave things alone, but there just wasn't enough to support that building, so they had to multitask it and open it up for small businesses and stuff. So, yeah. I think the playground's still there, but it's been updated over the last 20 years, 30 years, you know. They have to update it to code. Because remember, you guys, we grew up with gravel. Nowadays, they say, oh my God, it's not safe. But yet, you're going to put wood chips in there? Come on. Do you guys have any fascinating stories or anything that is a good memory for you? Put it in the comments section down below. What is your favorite memory of the 70s, 80s, and 90s, or 2000s? Because I know there's some young kids watching, but I'm a 70s child. And my favorite memory is kindergarten. They say that is the best memory of your entire life is kindergarten. I remember nap time. I remember the chalkboards. I don't even know if they have chalkboards anymore. I remember the playground like you wouldn't believe. I remember a lady, and I don't remember her name, but it was recess time, and she had brown, tight, curly hair, and it was big. And they would blow a whistle one time. That meant freeze. So you all had to freeze on the playground. And she would wait for everybody to be frozen. 2 whistles means walk and get in line. So you walk, get in line. She waits for everybody to line up per grade. 3 whistles means be quiet in line and follow your teacher. And we used to go like this down the hallway. And we'd go, somebody's at the door. Perfect timing. Peace out and stay positive.